The eye. The eye sees all. Well, that was kind of cool. Anyways, hello everyone, this is ToadinWonderland, and I'm here today to present to you something a little different. Let's go ahead and press start here. This is Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, the game that is based on the books and the movie, particularly the movie, based on the look of the casing and the looks of the game. This is completely blind. I've never played this game before. This is the first time I've actually turned it on, and wow, kind of neat settings here. Not really settings. It just kind of reminds me of a DVD menu where like everything's all animated and you just gotta pick the options. And I really like how this is set up. It's like where it's set up where Lemony Snicket himself's in the clock tower, like from the movie, where he's typing the story as the plot actually moves along. But again, just based on the movie, the book didn't really imply anything like that. But anyway, let me go ahead and state here for the record, this is not going to be an official Let's Play project at all. This is just part of a series that I'm going to be calling Let's Tries. A Let's Try is basically just a game that I attempted to play, essentially why it's called Let's Try. It's usually going to be something blind or something I've played very little of, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes in the past. Or it could be something I have played before, and it's just been so long ago that I've last played that I don't remember hardly anything at all about it. And stay tuned to the end of the video where I'm going to actually let the viewers know what you can do about this particular series that I'm going to have on my channel. This is just something for fun that I wanted to experiment with to see how it works out. And it's just kind of something to give my channel a little bit more variety as far as the content I offer and what I do. But anyway, I just wanted to get that stay out of the way so that you all know I don't have any plans at the time being to do a full run of this game. I'm just going to do whatever amount of time it takes. I'm going to guess it's going to range probably somewhere between anywhere between 20 to 60 minutes. Just depends how much I get into the game and what I have to say about it, and when I get to something that I think's a definite stopping point. This one I'm going to try for about half an hour, maybe. Could be a little more, could be a little less. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and see what we got here, though. Standard options, okay. Extras. There's no save file memory card. Well, duh, I just now put it in. Bonus material, what's this? Oh. Guess we can't look at any of it. And sorry for all that mundane buzzing. World map. What the? Oh, I guess I can't do anything here either. I'll find out what this is later on. And we can look at the credits if we want to. I don't think I'm going to pick that, though, because we're going to get on to the main game. Again, like I said, I've never played this game at all. This is completely blind to me. This is a first for my channel, actually, because I've never done like a blind run of a game. Not just a Let's Play, but a Let's Try, even. Again, in the cases of Let's Tries, they're probably going to be blind for the most part. I don't anticipate I'll ever have a game that I've know very extensively that I would be doing a Let's Try on.
The video game you are about to
And let's
play
get started with the
is
story.
extremely unpleasant. If you are interested in casting magic spells or saving the Earth from alien invasions, you might as well stop right now. If a happy ending is important to you, you would certainly be better off with something else. In this game, not only is there no happy ending, there is no happy beginning, and very few happy things in the middle. This is because not very many happy things happened in the lives of the 3 Baudelaire children, who are Violet, the oldest, her brother Klaus, and their very young sister, Sunny. Sunny was at an age where one mostly speaks in a series of unintelligible shrieks, which most people had trouble understanding. For instance,
Doc.
Mr. Poe? From the bank?
Children, I'm afraid I must inform you of an extremely unfortunate event. I'm very sorry to tell you this. Your parents have perished in a fire that destroyed your entire home.
Perished is a word which here means they were lost forever to everyone who loved them, and that the world had suddenly become a lonely and sinister place in which the children had to see their way.
I know you must feel awful right now, but I've some very good news for you. As the executor of your parents' estate, I've made arrangements for you to live with your dear uncle, Count Olaf. Consider yourselves lucky children. He's an actor by trade. Generosity is rare in his profession.
We don't know a Count Olaf.
Well, that's pretty swell. More story.
Hello.
Oops.
I am your beloved Count Olaf. And welcome to my humble dwelling. Or in the words of the great French poet Ovid, mi casa et su casa. Violet, enchanté.
How do you do?
And this must be Klaus.
Ovid was Roman, and he didn't speak Spanish, and he never said that.
Klaus!
What a darling child. I have it underlined. I'll show you later.
Yahoo!
Mr. Poe, I will raise these orphans as if they were my own. Now, where do I sign for the fortune? Children. How do we get this done? Oh, you won't officially have guardianship until the hearing Thursday morning. I see. And what am I to do with them until then? Excuse me? Nothing? Never mind. Yes. Well, I'd better be getting back to the bank. Oh, can't you stay? I was going to pull out some board games, followed by face painting, and make your own sundae. Well, if you must go. Now, children, remember, if you need anything, feel free to contact me at the bank. Orphans, let me show you around the house.
Oh god, this character models.
All your chores are done through. This is where you'll sleep, time permitting. As you can see, I've stocked the place with a multitude of jollies.
I don't know what to make of this so far. I mean, it's definitely heavily based on the movie. And I do apologize that I'm talking over dialogue, but I gotta talk at some point. I don't want this to just be nothing but conversation.
By the way, there's a small rat infestation problem in the house.
God.
Make yourself useful.
Yeah,
and take
for those who
care.
don't know, if you've never read the book, or even watched the movie for that matter, Count Olaf's house is a sting-sty. Or stink-sty. What's the word? Ding-sty? I can't even talk right. It's a dump. There we go. And there's the rat problem he was talking about. That's so gross. Ugh.
How are we gonna get rid of rats? Exterminators use traps and poisons. We don't have anything.
Oh god, their faces.
Their
faces! Like,
afraid of rats and didn't want to have anything
I know this
to
is
do
the
with them.
GameCube, but
Unlike
still.
people, she was also a
Those
brilliant
faces are just so
inventor.
derpy looking. Ugh.
Anyone who knew Violet well could
Well,
tell
Violet's
she was thinking
not too
very
bad, but
hard
Klaus's
when
face
her
was
long
all,
hair
ugh.
was tied
Like,
up
da.
with ribbon to keep
Seeing
out
it.
of her eyes.
I've got an idea for a device that'll do the job. I'll need a spring, a broom, a coffee can, and that boxing glove.
Oh. Yeah, for those who don't know, this particular game is based on the movie. I can already tell by looking at this. Not everything is exact, but you can play this game as either Violet or Klaus. Press the Y button to switch. Okay.
I'll take it from here.
Well done. At times, the children will
Okay.
be faced with more laborious tasks. A phrase which
And yes,
means
even the
pushing heavy
narrator
objects
talks in the
across
same
room.
sense as what Lemony Snicket does. Okay, so we need Klaus to move boxes, I guess. This is a simple tutorial puzzle, I guess.
Nice work. While jumping is only recommended for people with strong knees or insects in their trousers, let's give it a go.
Well then.
Stealing is a very impolite habit, and it is something you should never, ever, ever, ever do.
Okay.
Borrowing, on the other hand, is tolerable. Collect that box in
It's just the runabout to say that, yes, we're taking things that don't belong to us. Okay, we got our item.
Even the smartest person in the world can be forgetful at times. If you've forgotten what you're looking for, this list should
Okay.
do the trick.
I'm still figuring out how these controls move about. Game? Okay. For a second I thought it was like froze because it was taking forever.
Once you feel you have spent enough time in this dreadful place, you may leave through that door.
Okay. I want to look around though. Okay. Can we... Okay, we can move the camera, thank God. And if we hold this button, we can zoom in. R, I guess it is. Totally an I, by the way. Is this seriously their bed? I knew their bed was bad in the books and the movie, but this is even worse yet. And I noticed, I guess I'll state this now. I noticed, like, in the dialogue, like the cutscene, it said that Count Olaf was their uncle, but in both the movie and the books, he was not their uncle. He was their, like, a distant cousin. I'm pretty sure both the movie and the books said the same thing, but if not, the books said that he was either their third cousin removed 4 times, or their 4th cousin removed 3 times. And that is exactly how it was stated in the book, because not even the banker knew what relation he exactly had to the Baudelaire orphans, or Baudelaire. I know some people say Baudelaire as well, but the movie's kind of canon at this point, I guess, so people go by Baudelaire more likely than Baudelaire. Because when it was just the books, obviously, there was no official pronunciation. And I know I'm just wasting time here, but I just wanted to explore a bit. What have we got out here? More rat problems. It looks like we have an HP meter.
I'll take it from here.
Okay. I guess it does. What's this?
In these dark moments, when their spirits were down, one thing always made the children feel better. Memories of their...
Oh, okay, I guess that's the equivalent of our
They
health.
missed very much.
Health in this game, I guess, is our despair meter. Okay, that works. What is this? You found a coffee can! Oh my god, it's so amazing. It's so big and has to be so important. Didn't Violet, like, need this stuff or something? What? Wait, what's... Okay, I knew you could do something there.
It's locked, but I can see
We randomly
inside.
switched to Violet.
It looks like some sort of supply closet.
Look at this. It's a ventilation shaft.
Klaus Baudelaire loved books. Nothing pleased him more than spending an afternoon
So yes,
filling his head with their contents.
what to say about this?
Remembered.
I read a book about home ventilation once. From the size and age of the house, I'd say this is part of an old remote-mounted multi-port system. It should connect to other
There's just so
nearby
much
vents and lead
dialogue
to
in
rooms
this
behind
part of the game.
outdoors.
Sonny, you up for a
I guess we get to play as Sunny now. I kind of figured that out when I seen that it was like a small ventilation shaft. The eye!
While I personally
Yeah, must
am
watch
not
you.
a fan of small, dark spaces, Sonny Baudelaire was extremely
No
brave
kidding, this is
at
one
that
super
age.
baby. Okay, so I guess you can't, like, play as Sunny independently. Unless Violet lets her? I don't know. Wow, that's some ventilation. Okay, press A to jump over obstacles. Whoa! Talk about sudden. What is these these character models? What are they? They're just so derpy looking. I can't help but point that out. Well, this is a game, you know, I've already emphasized it. It's based on the movies and the books, but in most cases where something's based on a movie, there's things that look different
Sonny, try button
graphic-wise
through the board that's blocking the door.
between the actual movie and the game product that's based on the movie. Speaking of which, I hope I don't have issues with having this on YouTube. I think, oh yes, Sunny can write. That is her talent. I was gonna say, I hope I don't have too many issues with having this on YouTube. I'd have to, I'm gonna have to do like a little digging just to make sure that it's okay to upload this. Just because I know this is it's a video game based on the movie, but I don't know like if the companies that were involved with the actual movie itself have problems with this kind of content being on YouTube.
Thanks,
I just I don't know how to word it exactly. Like, I just don't want to take like huge risks if I don't have to. And what? Oh, it opened the door. I was gonna say, what was the point of doing all that?
Maybe we'll need them later.
Okay, puzzle pieces. We have now turned into Banjo-Kazooie suddenly. Alright then. We have found a broom! Have some Zelda elements now. I guess we need that spring thing yet. I think I figured this out so far. The stuff that's like gray is what we have to collect yet before Violet can make her rinky-dink invention. Oh god, that picture of Count Olaf. Oh, Count Olaf. He's one of my favorite characters in the series. Of the Baudelaire orphans, I love Violet the most. Because I feel like, I do like her smarts and how she's able to invent things. And not to mention, she's also one of the more, I don't know how to, like, exactly word this, but, like, mature, like, not mature, but, like, one of the characters that does express a little bit more emotion compared to, the other two. I mean, Sunny's only a baby, so obviously, you're not gonna get a lot from a baby. I do like how the books, however, though, have her, express everything. Like in baby talk, and then Lemony Snicket puts, this is a word that might mean hello, or whatever the case might be. Okay, so I totally missed what that was.
Next up, the spring. Springs store and supply energy, which we'll be needing for sure.
Alright. So, what do I do again? Okay, what am I supposed to do? Okay.
The boxing glove. Guaranteed to deliver a solid.
I would think so. Okay, yeah.
I call it.
Yeah, you just have to.
Brilliant Bopper.
Brilliant Bopper. The series is also known for like alliterations where there's two words in a row that start with the same letter. So the Brilliant Bopper there, for example. And yes, we must save because that was totally important and well worth the effort. Okay. Save successful. Do not touch the memory card. Do not touch the power button. I'm touching it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really. That jump. These character models. I just can't help but emphasize that. Okay, moving out here with rats.
You can take care of this. Right, Klaus?
For those, I guess I could go into the books a little bit as I play this.
For shaking hands with extremely large people, or clearing
Okay,
rats
that's
out of
kind of
the
neat.
way
Oh,
of your
puzzle
choice.
piece again. More Banjo-Kazooie. It's totally what it is with those puzzle pieces. Or even Donkey Kong Country Returns, for that matter. It had puzzle pieces in it too. Except this isn't. This is more like an adventure over a platformer. God, that was so brutal. Two more rats? I think that's what that means. I have to explore every corner. Yes, as I play, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the series, what I could share about anyway. For those who don't know, A Series of Unfortunate Events is more of a pessimistic story, like a series of books. That's why it's called A Series of Unfortunate Events. This particular game, which is based on the movie, which is based on the books, so it kind of goes down in a tree fashion, so to say. It's based on the first 3 books of the series. Okay, I guess we can't leave yet. But yes, these are based on The Bad Beginning, The Reptile Room, and The Wide Window, which are the first 3 books of the series. They're more pessimistic in nature because they're kind of grim, and as already explained, these 3 children are orphans. Their parents had actually perished in a mysterious house fire. the movie kind of like made its own plot twist with what started the fire, and the plot of the movie is what led up to apparently what happened. But the book was kind of vague about that. It never actually specified what happened to their parents, as far as how the fire started or who did what or any of that. Like, none of that was like officially revealed in the stories that I'm aware of. It's implied. I mean, the movie itself goes out and says Count Olaf did it pretty much at the end. They pretty much give out, oh, Count Olaf, he's the one who had this contraption in the tower of his house that could start fires from a distance. But the book never had anything like that. It's implied in the books that Count Olaf was involved with it, because by the end of the series itself, not the first 3 books, because actually there's not much revealed in the first 3 books as far as the organizations that different people that the orphans know belong to. But the books don't actually say that Count Olaf did it, but it's implied that he's had something to do with it. Anything else we can do? Oh, I guess we can leave. I would like to advance as much as I can. The orphan's bedroom. Anything we need to do in here? I guess get more puzzle pieces. Oh, there's another canister over here. 9 puzzle pieces so far. Oh, what's... Oh, I thought that was like an item. It's... moths? Flies? What is that? Looks like moths. It sounds funny, though. Yeah, this, dump is definitely something to note for, what the orphans have to go through, because it actually does match what their environment was in the stories. Of the first 3 books, I do like the bad beginning a lot. It was definitely a good start to the series, but I think my overall favorite has to be the reptile room. That was, without a doubt, a good sequel. Sorry about that interruption. I apologize, people. I think I was talking about what my favorite book was of the series, though. I was, actually, yes. My favorite book is the reptile room of the first 3 books. I like the atmosphere that the orphans move into when they live with their Uncle Monty, and it was actually a really good sequel as far as like being direct. Yes, ew, more rats. I would probably be doing the same right now. I don't know that I'd be beating them up with this brilliant bopper though, or whatever it was. This contraption that we've built. I gotta say, the controls at least work good on this game. They're not like unresponsive or clunky. Oh god, what was this? Can't even see. Is that seriously? Oh my god. Anyway, the reptile room. It also has a good murder mystery behind it. If you've never seen the movie or read the books, I would prefer that you read the books, because the books are excellent. And the movie's good too, but there's certain parts that don't match the books. I mean, this is pretty obvious for a movie adaptation of a book, or books in this case, because it's based on 3 books. But I would start with the books. If you have not seen the movie or read the books, start with the books. I would definitely recommend it.
But it could be useful later.
What? You can't take this now? What? Well, that's gay. Anyway. So I guess that's an excuse to come back for something later, I don't know. Okay, so the clock does react when you do that. Am I missing anything else in here? A couple other things I could talk about. I guess more about the movie. Don't get me wrong, the movie's good. I'm not dissing it completely.
No need for this, but it could be useful later.
But as far as being like based off the book, like I said, there are some things that were changed. The sequence of certain events was altered, where basically the ending of the bad beginning, the book that is, got moved to the end of the movie, rather than like midway into it where it should have been if they'd done things in order. Because there's like a plot twist where in the movie Count Olaf is shown to supposedly have this care for the orphans when he really doesn't. It's just a scheme so that he can inherit their wealthy fortune.
I don't remember seeing this swimming pool.
Which is just something that's...
We'll need
Oh,
to find a
locked
key to
chests. So that makes things interesting. We'll definitely have to come back. Yeah. The orphans, what's unique about them is that they were part of a rich family. But Violet, by the time the movies... the first book begins, Violet is only 14, isn't old enough to inherit the fortune. So that is what the twist is. Count Olaf, which for some reason this game is said to be an uncle, but in the books, in the movie, he is their unknown cousin. Third cousin removed 4 times, or fourth cousin removed 3 times. It's still a mystery, but that's all that's ever said about them. Okay, where do I go now? I'll figure it out as we go, I guess. Let me think what else. Oh, here we go. The main room. In the movies, I keep saying movies. It's only one movie. I'm so used to saying that, though, because of other series that have multiple movies that are based off of multiple books, like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and things like that. But, oh, what's this? Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
It's a telegram. To Violet Klaus and Sonny Baudelaire. Beware Count Olaf. Stop. Motives highly questionable. Stop. We are collecting
Well, that's nice
evidence
to
of
just run
wrongdoings.
into.
Help us find
Just
more.
imagine, like,
Stop.
if this was really the case for a
assembled,
child, how
all will be
terrible that
revealed.
would actually be.
Stop.
If they had
Yes. The world is quiet here.
a relative
from?
who was this sinister,
It says that it was delivered
with,
by a very fast delivery service.
taking care of children
There are
and
often
just for their
secrets to be
own
found when investigating the lives of
greedy
the
desires, I
Bazaar
guess you could
orphans.
say.
This will be a good place to keep track of them all.
Okay, each highlight the different pictures to make them appear larger up top. I didn't quite catch the full gist of what that was supposed to do, but I'm going to take it it's something important that we must get. I mean, obviously.
We'll need to
Another
find a
locked
key to
chest.
Oh no, this house is over.
You think? What have we got here? If I can get up to it. Okay, the camera was getting a little bit wonky there for a second. Okay, that's what we do. Okay, anyway, in the movie, they also added some scenes that had nothing to, like, do with the books itself. It was just something that, they added for action. I guess it's kind of interesting what they did add in, but, like, there was other things that I feel they could have used that still would have made scenes like that satisfactory. Yes, we must, totally beat up the rats even more than what they've already got. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is, whenever you're comparing a movie to a book, there's a reason, you know, why things aren't out there to be exact replicas of, like, the original material. Because the point of a movie adaptation is to kind of give its
I
own
bet most of them are
twist to what they interpret from the stories itself. It's kind of just something revered that, you know, you always treasure, no matter how much you want something to exist that is like an exact duplicate of what the book was. Okay, that's the kitchen. The neighborhood. Oh, we can go outside. Maybe. I was gonna look around a bit more yet. What's this?
This piano's taking quite a beating. Count Olaf should have it replaced.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna do that. All these god-awful paintings of Count Olaf, jeez. I mean, that's the joke, I guess, but still. What's this? The parlor. I don't know that I want to go in there, because that's probably where Count Olaf is. Well, what's this?
I'm sure this will come in
Oh.
handy later.
Why can we not collect a bunch of this stuff right now? Oh, it's locked. Same's probably going to be said about some of these other rooms. Yep, locked. Oh, that was the piano. I was wondering what that was. And what else to say? I guess we have to go in the kitchen. Because I heard Violet say something about it. I've, like, barely done anything with Violet or Sunny. It's just been all about Klaus. Or Klaus. If you hear me calling him Claus, get used to that, because I always thought that's how it was pronounced whenever I read the original book back in, like, 4th grade. It came out... The Bad Beginning, which is the first book of the series, came out sometime in the late 1990s. I'm going to say it was like 97 or 98. I think it was 98, but I might be wrong about that. So if it was 4th grade, it would have been a couple years after it first came out, for my case anyway. Okay, come here, you rats. Where did it go? Oh. This is actually pretty disgusting, beating these rats up.
Great job, Klaus. Let's go tell Count Olaf we're finished.
Oh, what? He made that a chore for you?
Did you hear something?
That can't be good.
There's a note over here. It's from Count Olaf.
Dear orphans, your handling of the rodent matter was sufficient enough that I'll allow you to clear out the spiders.
So yeah,
as
move
well.
on from
Deal
one
with
task
it
to another.
quietly. I am rehearsing and will not tolerate interruption!
Spiders? Big? Hairy? Spiders?
That was pretty creepy.
I've got an idea. I'll need a funnel, an inner tube, a fork, a fan, and some lunch.
Ew, what is that? That's kind of sick. It didn't look appetizing, whatever it was. Yes, we gotta save. This is probably the last part I'm gonna show before I end the video. I still want to talk a little bit more about the book series here, quick. My favorite book overall...
Let's look around for the other
Oh, we can't
Sure,
use
this
the
will come
rope.
in handy later.
Let me think. What would be my favorite book, though, of the whole entire series? The Erast Elevator was pretty good. That was the 6th book. If I even said that title correctly. Erased or Erast. I think it's Erast. Like, it's spelled E-R-A-S-T-Z. It has a really weird spelling to it.
We'll need to find a key for this.
That one was really good. So that was where they kind of discovered about secret passages existing that went between the hotel they were staying at with other relatives, Esme, and Jerome. I had to think who their... I don't remember what their relation was to them exactly. If it was like a cousin or what it was. Oh,
Don't
shoot.
move! I'll show you what happens when you go sneaking around where you're not wanted.
Okay, then. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not. Oh. Okay, I guess I gotta avoid those. Yay for not invisibility, invincibility frames. I gotta get this funnel, though. Okay, and I remember the inner tube was in here as well. Oh, shoot. Yes, just punch his associate, why don't you? That would be the hook-handed man, for those who didn't know. He's one of the associates of Count Olaf, part of his theater troupe. Oh, here it was. I was gonna say, what happened to this room? Here's the pool toy. We need a fork yet? I think that's a fork. Did I see that earlier? I don't remember it. Anyway, while I'm looking for the fork... Anyway, the rest of the books. The Vile Village, which was the 7th book, was definitely a really good one. This was the book that, by the end of the story, the orphans actually go rogue, pretty much, and live on their own. And it gets more interesting in the series as far as how their lives progress and what they do when they're no longer under guardianship. Wait, what was that? A secret passage, apparently. That was kind of cool. What goes on in here? What is this room? It reminds me of something you would see on Slender Man or something. Oh god, that game. Oh, okay, something that's found in the extras menu. Wow, Klaus, you are definitely getting a lot of despair. Is that what it was called? The health, basically. The health's down to about half or less. I guess this was just a hidden room to find that package. And... okay, back to the books. After thinking about all of them, I'm going to say the 9th one is my favorite. It's the Carnivorous Carnival. There was just like a lot of craziness, so to say, that happens in that book. But the Carnivorous Carnival gets pretty deep as far as the orphans solving even more about the mysterious organizations that Count Olaf and even their parents are part of. It's actually revealed that there's more than one organization. But the good people are part of something that's known as VFD, which this is just one of those things where the reader is left to kind of figure it out on their own until the 10th book, when it actually gets spelled out for them by another member of a different set of orphans that the characters meet, the Baudelaire children meet. The Quagmires are the other orphans that they meet in the books. And they reveal, one of them anyway, reveals that VFD stands for... well, I don't know that I want to say it, because if there's viewers who've never read or seen any of this, like, well, you'd have to read the books to know, unless you went like online somewhere and looked it up directly. But they basically, the 10th book is where what the initials VFD stand for is revealed by one of the Quagmire children. But the 9th book is really good as far as where they get to learn more about codes and secret organizations and accomplices and what they can do to, you know, stay alive and when they're in the face of danger, because they're part of like a carnival group, basically a group of freaks and weirdos, almost like something you would see on Batman. The animated series specifically is what I'm referencing. Okay, where is this fork? I'm gonna check the kitchen. It surely has to be in here. Ah, there it is.
That fork is perfect for my invention. Maybe he'll let us borrow it.
Excuse me.
Hey! What are you doing sneaking around?
I was just gonna ask if I could borrow.
Can you hear me?
Well
Get
done.
lost.
But anyway, yes, the Carnivorous Carnival. That is definitely, in my opinion, my favorite book. Oh, was this like a boss fight? Oh! Yeah, slam me, why don't you? Okay, this is a rather strange boss fight. I guess you have to hit him once. Oh, health, health, health. Oh, 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 oh. That was a very strange noise I just made. Okay, what is he throwing at me? Is it like squids? What is that? Or is that like spaghetti and meatballs? I can't even tell like what he's throwing at me. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to push B? Okay. Maybe. What am I doing wrong? Oops.
Terribly sorry, but you must try that again.
I will try to, mysterious narrator. I don't know what was going on there. I was totally hitting him. I seen there was like a prompt to push the B button, but I don't know that it appeared again. Okay, you are not gonna get me again. Okay, like, for those who are watching, what is that? What is he throwing at me? It is so freaking weird and disgusting, probably at the same time. If he's throwing spaghetti at me, like, seriously? Okay, there's the B button again. Oh, it's for something behind him. Okay. And I got the health. I didn't mean to pick it up, but it helps. Then disappear, why don't you?
Stick a fork in me.
Okay. That was interesting, I guess. But we got this fork that we needed. A large fork. Okay, and we're gonna build this last invention, and then I'm probably gonna end it after I take care of some of the spiders that were in the mansion. Well, I guess Count Olaf's house is kind of a mansion, I guess. Okay, where does this fan go?
Next up, the funnel. The funnel will allow the fruit to be aimed.
Okay, I guess that'll go in the front.
And last, the fork. It'll need a handle so I can carry it around.
Underneath?
All in all, a crafty piece of machinery. I call
The
it
fruit flinger. Okay. I guess that works. Yes, we will save. Yeah, this is getting a smidge on the long side. Looks like it's going to be about 40 minutes or more. That's fine, though. Like I said, you know, it's just a let's try. And I wanted to try to play as much of the game as possible. Let's see. How do I change... Oh, Violet has it. Okay. I was going to say, how do I change weapons? I love how we have infinite ammo. Wow, I like this one. Yeah, this is totally, like, Pac-Man right now. Not necessarily the original, but, like, some of the games where he can use fruit as weapons. So, like, the racing games and stuff. Okay, that has no handle, so how am I supposed to open?
This isn't exactly the climate for snowshoeing.
Oh, puzzle piece. I guess we have... Oh, that was the door out? Okay. That works, I guess. That is such a creepy eye.
That spider looks less.
Okay, so we have to zoom in to aim.
Use the fruit flinger.
Okay, I get it. And we get a eye for a cursor. How about that? Did I just... Okay.
Well, now she's angry. Violet's invention should do the trick.
Okay, there's multiple spiders. This isn't too bad. I noticed you can only hit them when they have like this green target that appears underneath them, like that. So many spiders. I'm just imagining that one episode of SpongeBob where Patrick's like, "Spiders! Spiders!" and just constantly smashing them with his rock for his house. Okay, I didn't even realize that Spider had a boss meter at first. Coolio. We're almost finished though, it looks like. Yeah, I know this wasn't like the most enthralling commentary, like it just wasn't very dynamic. But this is kind of like what the game is. It's kind of like a grim approach, so to say. Because, I mean, this is a Victorian goth-style atmosphere.
Really? I thought I was the one who decided when your chores were finished. My theater troupe will be dining here this
Okay.
evening, and you will have dinner ready precisely when we feel like eating it.
Yep, just much like the
I must
book
leave now.
and the
Prolonged
movie.
exposure to children makes me
It comes to the part where they have to prepare a dinner for his troop and Count Olaf.
Maybe we could ask our new neighbor. Justice Strauss.
Yes.
She has a
This is
cookbook
something
you
that
can
was
borrow.
not shown in the movie, but happened in the book.
It's so nice to find
Justice
you.
Strauss actually does help him in the books
I'd
with
love
getting
to know you, but my fellow justices
the recipe
will
that they
arrive
need for
soon
cooking for
me,
Count
and
Olaf.
I must get this library back in order.
Maybe we can help.
Oh my goodness, would you? I'd be so grateful.
I love how she's wearing her
Are scattered about and must go back
judge
in their
wig
alcoves. You can tell where each book
in her
belongs
own
by
home.
matching the
Like,
title with
what the
design
crap?
of its display.
You're not in court when you're in your house, surely.
Good luck.
Well, she did say she was going to have a meeting, so maybe that had something to do with it. But still, just imagine, like, I understand that your profession is a judge, but you're in your own home and you're wearing a judge's wig. Like, seriously. That's messed up. And with that said, I think this is going to be the end of this Let's Try.
Klaus, do you remember the game you and Dad used to play? Let's see how quickly you can put each of those books.
Oh, okay. I think that was actually based on something in one of the books. But this is going to be it for this game. Whenever I got this game, by the way, before I end this part of the video, I actually got it for only $4 at like a thrift shop that was in my neighborhood, and it actually came with the Game Boy Advance version as well. Like, I just opened it up and I found the Game Boy Advance cartridge was also inside it. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I figured they wanted it to go with it when they sold it, so okay, if that's the way it's going to be. The box is pretty good. It has the manual, and it also, when this game first came out, it had like a theater ticket movie offer. The ticket is actually still in this case. Obviously, it's expired since then because the movie came out like almost not quite 10 years ago, but it was a while back. But anyway, just with that said, I may or may not show the Game Boy Advance version in the future or not. I'll have to think about it, but I've not touched it at all. Overall, though, my impressions, this game's alright. Nothing like outstandingly good, but I do like how like a lot of the book elements were incorporated with the character development and the plot. Because like I said, you know, the scene here where it showed them going to Justice Strauss to get the recipe book, that actually did happen in the books, but it did not get shown in the movie. Which I think's neat when games kind of have touches like that when you're based off a movie, but they still incorporate book elements into it. But yeah, my overall impression, besides Klaus's character model being so derpy, and the faces, the yaoi faces, yaoi, if I could even say it right, they're not like that, but I just like to joke around about it. But still, like I said, my overall impression, the game's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. It's just kind of like extremely average. At least the controls work really good, and the graphics just kind of, they're alright as well. They're definitely not the best for the GameCube, but that's usually what happens when the game's based off of a movie. But anyway, this is going to be the end of the video. Before I do close off here, though, there's something I'd like to ask you, all of my viewers. For those who are watching, I have put on the video description a link to my backloggery page yet again. This time, though, I have it linked where it shows the list of all of my unfinished or incomplete games. I think it's called Unfinished on backloggery.com. But it's basically a list of all the games I've like not ever completed or beaten at all. If you like this video and like to see me do other Let's Tries of other games, I could certainly do that. I actually had fun doing this. It was nice to just go through like a blind run and see what that felt like, because I've never done a blind run through a game like with video footage of me recording me playing it. But this turned out pretty fun. I liked it, and I think it's a good first impression as far as what I've seen and the experience itself. But yes, go to my backloggery page, and if you would like to see me do another Let's Try of another unfinished or incomplete game, most of these on my list, by the way, not all of them, but most of them I probably only played like 5 to 10 minutes of. There are exceptions to that, like the Tales of Symphonia and other games where I'm still playing it because it takes so many freaking hours to beat them. Obviously, that's why it's still showing up as unfinished, because there are some games on this list that are very long. But go ahead and leave a comment if you'd like to see me do another one. When I see the comment and when I actually make the video, may or may not take a lot of time. I don't know. I don't have like an exact time range of when I'll be making more Let's Try videos. It's just whenever I can find some time in between, and I'll be starting college soon. But just know, I have an open mind, and we'll try to do it as fast as possible. But this is your one opportunity that I'm going to let the viewers make suggestions on what they want to see from me. So keep that in mind if you'd like to take advantage of this opportunity. But yeah, just take a look at the backlog page. You will probably have to click a button that says show more games, because it only shows so many on one page, and you'll have to keep clicking the button until the full list comes up. And I will say real quick, please do not suggest any games that are for the DS or the 3DS, because I do not have a decent way of recording game footage of any of those games, because I don't have a DS capture card. So if I ever did something like that, I would have to use like a camera or webcam, which is definitely not the best quality, and I don't know that I'd want to show something like that on my channel. So please don't suggest any of those kinds of games. And I'm also going to add quick, don't suggest any games where it says on the list that I'm now playing. There's only 2, I think, that are on this particular list, which are Assassin's Creed 3 and what's the other one? Dragon Age Origins, because I'm actually still in the middle of playing them on my own time, which is why it says now playing on my backlog page. So I've already played through a good bit of those games. Otherwise, though, you have a lot of options to pick from if there's something you'd like to see from me. This is getting pretty long, so I'm going to end it here. This is ToadinWonderland. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys back with more videos. Pokemon Emerald is still going on, as well as Kirby Air Ride, which should be continuing pretty soon. And I will continue with more Let's Try videos. If you guys enjoyed, just let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.